Mr. Maxwell?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
Could I see him?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't work. Okay.
Big fella.
Okay, thank you. Here to find him?
How you doing? Just keep Gary coming.
I'll be back as soon as I possibly can.
I'll follow that guy.
Me?
It would be an interesting thing. That'd be a new animation sequence.
Daryl. Yes. Tom. Yes.
Where the lights in.
This is my daughter. Wish you could be here at 7. That's what we're going to have
That's right.
Oh, you want to get this in there? Part of the idea is to go back. At least time for the local people. That's why we. Where's your daughter at?
I haven't been home yet. That's why she's at, she's got the
I rebuilt her frame from scratch.
Just the cover? Because my keyboard has a whole one truck seat, right, and like...
I got a wife that you can hold. That's the ladies' room back there.
What did you do with it?
They all have a beginning and they all have an end.
But I love their enthusiasm.
They don't know what they're doing, and we're doing still life tonight and talking about how to make repairs around it. So they're coming in, and this is the end of the virtual meeting.
Everything's fragile, like you're afraid.
Pick out what you want for
Biden's quick print for his support with downtown Hollywood and the support of the arts development in the district.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to a very successful art program in the downtown.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Karen.
Now it gets good.
You have to see it on both ends. You see it at this corner? There's only one way to look at it because it's transcendental. That's the name of it. And you have to see it. You have to see it moving around from a cubist point of view to a traditional point of view, like so.
Beautiful.
See?
Very
See what it does? And this is the front, actually, where you're seeing both sides at one and the same moment.
Fantastic.
All right. Hello. See?
What is that made out of?
This is Carrara, the Carrara marble. Well, actually, it's statuario. It's Italian marble, but everybody thinks of it as Carrara, and it's from Italy. I brought it from Italy.
Very nice.
It's pure white. There is not a marking. Maybe occasionally you get a gray mark, but it's the most wonderful stuff to carve in the whole world. It's just wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
My name is Alice Marcus, and these are collaged. I'm a figurative painter, and I take the figures from a sketchbook, and I apply it to an environment. Thank you.
Very nice.
Glad you like it.
Very nice.
It's a lovely show. Hope we get a lot of people to come to it.
There's going to be a lot of
Not long enough. Right through the hand, right back around inside. It's real controversy over there.
I worked that. Where do you?
I should have put you down. Right.
Trust.
I don't know. Now I'm going to say, eventually, I have one. Eventually I want to combine
Okay, man.
And about that, that's right. Yeah, the abstract is not. And then it's called
Good to meet you.
All right.
This is Wayne.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing?
What we basically want is, talk about your chair, whatever you want to say. Introduce yourself first, and then just talk about your chair. All right.
My name's
Hi, Steve Anderson. This is a rocking chair I built a couple years ago.
Okay, let's get into the chair.
Okay, go ahead.
Variations of this chair or positions that goes to this chair. Pile show them, Bob. This is for early evening. Though the chair looks better.
Don't go any further. Don't go any further than that.
You use your imagination with this chair. A little.
About 100 pieces of wood.
How many hours you got?
Took about 300 hours to make.
300 hours to make this chair. She's all in a lot. He's a carpenter artist, yes. He dabbles in wood.
It's so suitable for her. Look how comfortable she is.
Are you comfortable?
Very comfortable.
He had grandma in mind when he made it.
Don't say that to me.
I'll talk too short. I'll take 4. So when we come this way, you'll see his eyes light up as soon as you get right there. See it now?
We don't need any more open space. We need more.
Good thing. Or you want to come crazy like this already.
I want to start. I want to be crazy.
It's like I was assisting an example 4 weeks ago. With my camera. People are walking in 3 months ago.
I'd like to get behind it.
Is this going to be on TV?
No, he said you run video. Name's Steve Anderson. You can't find it on TV.
Bracket TV. Channel 3.
Really?
I think that's still available.
Talk to Dave about it.
It's a good idea.
Very good. It's a good way to buy.
Goodbye, dear.
Run a marathon.
I guess I could have told you.
Do you want the effect?
I'd like to get a Okay, this will feed you. We'll see you later. You'll be here later. Yeah, we'll be back and forth.
Where's Mama?
Hey, cool in, Mama.
You too.
I like shade.
Coming back?
Do it.
They wouldn't have him here. They didn't do it. It's supposed to be here back.
What we're doing here, we got Officer Dan kind of watching because this piece of sculpture on here, we had to raise our insurance, and I won't get into the exact numbers, but it's a very valuable piece of sculpture. And I have my friend here, Mr. Bonaquisti. He's chief of my own security, and my security is that 5 or 6 of my construction worker friends are going to stop by and kind of take maybe an hour here just to keep people from touching it. So we're going to go in and unlock it now and unveil it.
Hi. We should do that. Not going to that. No. This one is. And then not here, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing back there.
He's got a lot of photography. Yeah.
Well, he said that's a big sure. Art is one of those things.
some beer, some heat.
Sure. I tell people to say. Which one did you get here, Gary? Plus 5.
Later.
Hero, and I'm an artist from Fort Lauderdale, and I made this piece about the oil spill in Alaska. These hands down here signify what we're doing to the earth and how we have to save the environment. The president of Exxon said that we clean the whole coast of Alaska with toothbrushes if it's necessary, but we can't clean the whole world with toothbrushes. It's not possible. And I mean, if they have coastal drilling off of Florida, we can very quickly destroy our whole environment. So this is my statement about how we have to really do more to save the world. We're going to be in big trouble. And I'm here on the left bank of Hollywood, and I'm doing a portrait of my wife on the table under the umbrella. This is my early Cubist period. And with me I've brought my backup band, the 3 musicians. They're right on the ground there. They're really silly. Okay, they were done by myself and Beverly Chris last year to hang in the Musicians Exchange for a benefit. And if you've seen the 3 musicians, you can kind of imagine what they are. Carpet foam, and we used it because it's big and cheap. I don't think it's permanent, that it'll last forever, but for a statement it's fairly good.
Where do you store it when it's not on exhibit?
Oh, we just crunch it up and shove it in the bag. And we've left her underneath the table. She has been at different times in my life a big pain to me. So she's sitting over here kind of out of the way. My portrait of her is not flattering, and I think that's how the Cubist period started. We're going to be able to get copies of this video. And she's a piece about what society does to women. She's got hair curlers and makeup and mascara tubes. And down here we have a little altar. And she's veiled, so she's not quite as provocative. But really society has kind of forced women to be in these molds. And so they're beautiful according to what the society standards are, when they don't really look at the inner beauty of a woman. And I'm just trying to make a little statement about it. I hope it gets out.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Wayne Lunga, and today I'm a sculptor. And this piece to my right is made of polystyrene foam. I call it wormstone. And you'll see it up here on the knoll. It's quite substantial looking, and symbolizes the frailness of even solid-looking objects. Now, you'll notice that it's not quite as heavy as it appears to be.
It's a nice little park. Nice little park, I think. Sweet. One picture of everybody here.
This is us. We've been here. We've been here building.
Oh, right. Air conditioned. is over there.
Right.
Drinks are over there. Yeah. Only the hardcore. And we got Dwayne Hanson's latest piece over here. Good for
This piece is called Nevermore. It's made of found objects and leather and many threatening objects, and it's displayed on the ground so people can see it in its proper perspective and not be afraid of it. There's nothing on there that's likable, and it's not meant to be liked. I call it irk. It irks people. It's a form of art. You have your drugs, you have your sex there, you have weapons and chains and pointed objects. Everything threatened.
They're all
and
black.
It seems to be the most comfortable position to view it at is on the ground. Putting it on a wall kind of elevates its status. Though it shouldn't be elevated. And last year this piece was in the South Florida show in the Boca Museum, all Florida show. And it was a good surrounding to put that in the museum.
Yeah.
It's like an accident in the middle of the floor.
It's very...
This piece I call Safe Sex, and it's made from computer parts and banking machine parts. And it's truly the only way that safe sex could be had, but you'll notice the system is down, so it can't be had. The two keyboards are for the players. You press the gender and play away.
Ask her what you can, ask her husband what you can do on carpet.
I'm sorry,
And this represents $5,000 worth of computer parts.
And they hung on the wall.
Of course, they're all blown boards, but it's quite an acquisition.
Hollywood has them around because we didn't chop them up, and so I said, well, as long as I have them, I would bring my wife, who's Egyptian, up the same one with the umbrella, and I'm doing a portrait of her.
Whatever that means to anybody, you know. My mother probably means a lot. But my sculpture is very representative of life. I guess that encompasses an awful lot of things. This one here is my cat. It's Blinky. Blinky loves to live in the woods, loves to live with the flowers and with nature, and she won't come inside. She's a terrible looking cat. Fleas eat her up. Whenever I feel guilty about it, I'll brush her with some flea stuff, and she'll clean up for a while, but she never comes inside. She just doesn't want to live like normal cats. And this is representative of where she lives, out with the flowers and out with nature. You know. But she's a cat that she just wouldn't pick up and hug because she's just terrible looking. But I love her. She's 14 years old, and I guess I've been doing right by her. She's healthy, but she looks like hell. But that's her. That's Blinky. Getting into the world now, this is, I've been concerned about Africa. I guess we all should be concerned about Africa. I feel like Africa is the seat of humanity. You know, they found the oldest bones there, so I think we must have all came from there. But there's a piece missing. There's a red spear that comes right down through here, which splits the continent. Of course, I think it's the most warring continent on the face of the earth. And, of course, this represents the people in, not necessarily black, because that's black. There's all colors in Africa. Africa represents most of the races on the face of the earth. And this hopefully represents building blocks, which it strongly needs. So much for politics. Eroticism here. All artists have eroticism in the bones. They'd love to do a piece of eroticism. This is called titillation. Hopefully it's self-explanatory. And I'll leave it at that. We all know people who love sunglasses. I know a lot of people, matter of fact, my brother, who's maybe 1 year older than I, and I haven't seen his eyes in 20 years. He wears prescription sunglasses, and I think he wears them to bed. We've been to the movies at night, he wears them in the movies. This piece is called Cheap Sunglasses. And I make the sunglasses as part of the body because of all the people I know that never take their sunglasses off. And this represents those people. They love their sunglasses, and it becomes part of them. This is them. They wouldn't be caught without them. I know I like to hide behind sunglasses every once in a while. It feels good. But I can't keep them on perpetually. This piece is called Hairdresser. And I think, as an animal, the humans are really obsessed with their hair. I know I am with mine. I'm going bald. I'm losing it. My grandfather was bald. My father was bald, so I am going to be bald. But our hair is a symbol of what? I don't know. It's like clothing. It's something we have to have, so we buy wigs or we wear hats or whatever. This is called hairdresser. And I think we can all relate to a hairdresser. A hairdresser, I feel, is like a bartender. You know, a confessor, a priest, a father, whatever. I think hairdressers and bartenders belong to the same society. They listen to all our woes and all our problems, especially losing hair. This is called heavy metal. And I think that most parents, I know that most parents object to this music because their kids get so involved in and talking about devil worship, etc. But I feel if heavy metal wasn't around, I feel like heavy metal is a steam valve, a vent for kids to get out and scream and holler, listen to this loud music. If it wasn't for that, it would probably be something else. Breaking windows or some sort of violence, because children have all this energy. And it's good that this music is around where they can vent their energy, their energy, in fact. It's very much a part of our lives. It should be. And this is one of God's creations, too.
No, it's not.
Mimi.
Stop it. Stop
Yes.
it. Stop it. You're so snowy. I'm Picasso this evening. And
Picasso,
this is the left bank of Paris.
Picasso wishes he was up. Yeah.
And we're having this wonderful sculpture in the park. And I don't know where the mayor is. Is it 7 o'clock yet?
The mayor is probably over in the air conditioning spot. You know, what, if you were mayor,
if you were
in the air
mayor,
conditioning?
well, then I think David should have bring the mayor here. Since we've been in the park
David loves
since
the
2
air
o'clock.
conditioning as well.
I see. Oh, well. It's too fun.
Oh, well.
Yes, when I went to the studio, I saw it was different, but I saw what you were talking about.
Did you see it has? Yeah. Do it all by yourself. There are more cameras than people.
Did the mayor come?
She's here somewhere.
There she is. I'm just going to go across and see how you do.
Oh, well, now I'm going
Video. Immortalized the video.
It's all like circles, and then where it out.
Very exotic, tiny Jackson Pollock with them.
Oh, that's so fun. All right. So now she's going to stop being there and see the students. Oh, yeah, they're wonderful.
What did you say?
Good idea.
You look very important. Why?
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a ribbon. Is the mayor here also?
If you get picked, absolutely, by the judge. You're photographed. Oh. Are you Lewis? Are you Lewis?
Erwin Jacobs.
No.
Sorry. Oh, there it is.
Really?
Jamie, should I keep that on ice, that big bottle of champagne?
I didn't expect this kind of response. It was like every time I showed it, I was getting a catastrophe. I finally killed it with a huge stick.
I'd also like you to meet David Maxwell.
I saw you at the meeting that you guys had.
Excuse me. And he also has a connection with Stanford
Our company does a lot of work with them.
Were you at the downtown merchants meeting?
No.
No, he was the one that was making Great Southern Hotel.
Oh,
They'd like you to take a minute to go over there. The mayor is over there. And we're showing support for the arts in Hollywood. So why don't we all just buddy hop out the door over to the park. It's right across the street where the schools are. Okay?
Just refuse.
I got mine.
A political statement.
We've met.
Several
times.
You've never?
I call her
Yeah.
Ron.
Okay. Waiting for Dwayne Hanson.
Hi, Brian. How are you, Brian? Hello. Thank you for the flowers. They're beautiful. Thank you.
They're going to ruin everything. This is nice. They don't want it to be ruined. Since you have
Yeah, but Exxon doesn't listen to me, and neither does Caldwell.
Styrofoam, and it symbolizes the appearance of permanency, but as we all know, permanent things don't stay around. This is very lightweight. It's just an illusion.
blue baggy pants. And I'm doing a portrait of my wife. My wife is underneath the umbrella. And my backup band is the three musicians. Oh, yeah. So I mean, Beverly, Krist, and I did this for the Musicians Exchange. Probably not supposed to say that word anymore. Last year for a benefit, but they hung on the walls. Carpet foam. Yeah. Stuff that goes underneath. Yeah. I mean, it's cheap and it's not really permanent, but some nice little lady thought it was stones that we had all arranged in these, right? Glued and right. And before I was gluing them in a box. Squishing paint. And the same kind of beauty is, oh, I know somebody that loves this. This is his cat. Sue? This is his cat. Sculpture of his cat.
Oh, I thought it was an exact cat.
No, it's called Blinky.
Okay.
Blinky lives outside. She don't come inside. She really loves the bugs.
It's like we have a cat like that. No, the body, but the nose is terrible. Our outside cat has a red nose. Looks like W.C.
Maybe he's got winos living around there.
You know, W.C. Fields is not the one with all of the non-performance that they found out. Right.
Now you see, here I am.
Generations. This is the safe sex game. And this is your keyboard here. And this is my
we
keyboard.
have to cover this.
No, it's safe. Oh,
Well, the system is down. The system is down, and since we can't have safe sex,
Just kidding. Very good. Okay. But is that why it's safe? Whatever it has down, has down.
both. Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Vent their fury, vent their hatred, vent their energy in the screaming and hollering. There's no kids grow up to be good people, good adults that have listened.
Oh, yeah. My son has, although he's not into heavy metal, he's a drummer. So, and ever since he was very little, he had a drummer on. Hi.
You're the mayor. His honor, the mayor.
His honor. Right. Now, my son being a drummer, the neighbors had to really bear with us.
Two, 3, 5. I would like. You fixed it.
Thanks. I'd like to take a moment and take your time and introduce you to Hollywood and the arts to you people. I'm Stan Slutsky. This is David Maxwell. We're a couple of spearheads. Here's Susan Gunsberger. Thank you for coming, all of you.
Thank you. This evening is a testament that when there's enthusiasm, when there are people who really want to make a difference, they can. Mara and I learned that a long time ago through an organization called the National Council of Jewish Women. David Maxwell, who was never a member of NCJW, but we welcome his membership, because he's a person who's involved in the arts world in downtown Hollywood, found out that one person can make a difference. He became enthusiastic. He became really excited about the idea of a downtown arts district, and within less than 1 month threw together this event that all of us, this Hollywood, real Hollywood happening that we have tonight. And I think all of us, I'm supposed to introduce you later, but it would be too late, have to thank David Maxwell and Stan Slutsky for making tonight happen. There are several of us who are really enthusiastic about what's happening. Mayor Mara Galanti, who is here, and she was the one who created the idea of the Downtown Arts Center. We also have City Manager Irv Rosenbaum, and our Chief of Police, Richard Witt, all of whom are here coming out in support of this downtown arts. I'd also like to let you know that a person who had faith in the downtown and came here long before any of this started was Frank Monaco, standing there with the red ribbon, our nationally known artist from downtown on Harrison Street. There's studios on Harrison Street. Make sure you get to see it. All right, we are going to give some awards for people that helped make today happen. Starting out. Okay. Well, that's what. Starting out, David and I are going to take turns on giving some of these ribbons out. And one person without whom this never would have happened is the dynamo of our mayor, Mara Galanti. Let me turn the mic. Come up here, Mara. I'd like you to talk about your concept and idea, and I'll take...
All right.
Unaccustomed as you are.
Right. As Sue said, unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, and it's hard for me to just ad-lib, as you all know. I just want to add my voice to all that I have heard this evening in walking around. It seems that even more people have joined us. It's very exciting to me to be able to be a part of what I think is going to develop into a real character for our community, create the kind of an image that I think we can all be proud of, put forth our best feat, because I think that Hollywood has a lot to be proud of, and I think for a good many years we didn't seem to shout that from the highest building as loud and clear as we should. We're a wonderful community. We need to work to get even better. And I think that we've seen that we can coalesce a lot of wonderful people, a lot of creative people. And that's what we've needed to do in Hollywood, is to kind of grab all the creative energy and channel it constructively. And all of you are creative people and people that appreciate the creative process. I was just talking to some people and said, you know, I'm uncomfortable when people say thank you, truly, because I really believe in this. This is not something that I'm doing, quote, for the artists, when artists say, you know, thank you. I care a lot. I was just sharing with people, I was very creative. I was a good artist as a little kid. I just didn't have it nurtured by people like everyone here, or perhaps instead of being mayor, you know, I could have a piece hanging in the gallery. But if I get back to it, do Stan and Dave, or will somebody, would you hang something of mine if I, all right. See, now maybe I'll get back to that. And I also was very fortunate in college to have gone to Oh, that's right. I got to throw a splatter of paint in the restroom there, but that does not count. That was not quite satisfying enough, thank you. But one year, my junior year in college, I did get to study some art, history kinds of courses in England, and had traveled in Europe. So it's really a part of me. I enjoy this. When I read an article in Governing Magazine the summer of '88, and it spoke about the concept of arts districts and what they can do for a community, not just the artists, but how they can economically develop a community, be very good for the financial health of a community as well as business and its image. And knowing the artists that I do in the area, it seemed right for me. And I sent the article to the Community Redevelopment Agency director, and it kind of sat. The other concept that I thought was great for here, and we haven't done it yet, but we plan to, is to create an artist incubator, a place that, at one point I was hoping to get a high-tech incubator to Hollywood and had not been successful, a place where fledgling businesses or aspiring artists, I guess they're not aspiring artists, they're aspiring to make more money is what they're aspiring to, they're already artists, could go and share expenses and also have an environment that would be stimulating and a tourist attraction. So that's the next thing that we want to work towards. We want the studios and commercial gallery space, as well as hopefully this incubator idea or this facility. And we want the merchants to feel very comfortable. We want to create reasons for pedestrians to come downtown. We hope that after, how long ago did we created that wonderful ordinance to allow sidewalk cafes, and nobody's taken us up on it? 2 years. So I think it's been less than that, since maybe a year, but nobody has opened a sidewalk cafe. We think that all of these things are complementary and that it's part of our redevelopment efforts. And I want to thank everybody who has really jumped on board to do what they are for the benefit of this city. And Frank Monaco and I met to discuss bringing a Canadian artist, met with the city manager, to paint a mural that's going to be done on a building. And at the same time, I discussed the artist incubator idea with him. And Frank said, well, gosh, I've been trying to get this area to be one like that for years. So all of us, I wanted to mention, Frank, all of us have had our interests meld, and anything that you all can do to create that public sentiment and to help so that things don't stand still, so that we keep forging ahead would be most appreciated. We need all that positive energy and positive comments. So thank you very, very much. And I mean, this is really a very exciting day for me, and I love seeing this. This should be a sculpture garden, and we should have changing exhibits. It's wonderful, and I wish my husband could be here. He's out coaching a football group at the Jamboree tonight. This is a wonderful event, and thank you all very much.
Don't run off, because we have a job for you. Frank has the scissors. And hang on, though. We're not going to cut it right now. Just hang on. Right. Sue and I have some awards here to give away. And one of the first ones, of course, is we have kept a guest register of all the artists involved. Leah Corda did a very nice job of illustrating it. You're going to have to give this back to us because we want all the signatures of everybody that goes to that gallery. And in this are all the artists that are interested in thinking about or doing or actually being in downtown Hollywood and turning it into an arts district. So we want to present that to you.
Oh, that is wonderful. Oh,
and there are some very famous signatures in there, and also this award.
That is beautiful.
You notice we only had 3 weeks. She wants me to read it.
Yeah.
Name for name.
It says, dedicated to her honor, Mayor Mara Guglianti, May 25th, 1989. The artists and guests salute you. Kudos.
Thank you very, very much.
Don't run off now. We want you to cut the ribbon in a minute, but we do have some other awards, and I would like to have Suzanne help me with that. There's one I can't read too well here. Oh, okay. this is a little surprise. Yes. We appreciate your going to bat and helping us with our Art and Culture Center, and for your enthusiasm, we would like to give you this award.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's unexpected.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to her, and I'm going to help her with the awards. And we hope there's a representative of each of these people. If there's not, we'll get together later. Or maybe we can get somebody to accept the award. So I'm going to give Suzanne the microphone back.
Thank you, and thank you for this unexpected pleasure and surprising blue ribbon. And my mother never thought I was an artist. The first one goes to Hemingway's for their first-class repast, and I know I saw Jamie across the street. They sent their best sommelier. Where is he still over there? Okay, who do we have from Hemingway's? Oh,
How about if I accept it from behind the camera?
How about from behind the camera, David? Thank you. Paul Stewart Gallery, a pioneer commercial gallery in downtown Hollywood on Harrison Street, if people don't know. Here we are. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Trifon Family Restaurant for supplying these delicious refreshments that everybody's been enjoying. And here we have Demetrius from the restaurant. Thank you, Demetrius.
We have a few other announcements before we go to the ribbon cutting ceremony. I want to give an award to the Hollywood Art Guild for helping me put this show together. And if I can find someone like Cheryl right there, or Leah, and let me see, Maggie. Come on, you don't have to. Maggie, come on. These are members of the Hollywood Art Guild that have helped me put this show together in a couple of weeks. And I want to thank them. And in just 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to have an invitational show. And they're going to have, it'll be handled through the Hollywood Art Guild. And I want to thank them for their help. I have another award for Sandy Toby. I don't think she's here yet, but I hope we have a representative. If not, oh, okay. This is Claire Ann Good, the mother of Roxanne Good, who is a very good artist. Come on up here. Come on. She has a couple of pieces in the show. We want this award for Sandy for consistently teaching our young kids how to compete. Thank you. Some of these might be surprising to me, so I'm going to have to look again. All right. The next one is for our Best in Show. This is for an artist, George Maggio. You know, ever since Marlon Brando did that thing at the Academy Awards, artists think they can get away with this. This is a little bit disappointing. Seriously, here's what I want to say to the artists. We did a lot of this tongue-in-cheek. If anybody got their feelings hurt, we're sorry. We just really...
An apology.
An apology.
God heard you. It quit working.
I'm trying to apologize. We did it all in fun, and we just did it to contribute to the arts district, and we really appreciate your support. With this, we'd like to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. I'd like to have 2 or 3 people to hold that ribbon and let the mayor cut it. And if everybody will just look up in the sky, I'm going to count to 3. Give the mayor the scissors. And let's stretch this out. Let's get some people holding this out. Suzanne, why don't you take one side? All right, now I'm going to count to 3, and when she cuts it, you're going to have to look up in the sky. Ready? 1. Yeah, you're going to have to turn around real quick right after you cut it. 2, 3.
cut it and look up behind you. There you go. Yeah.
That's in the window of J.J. Shears, and we're going to have a toast between Hemingway, Frank, Suzanne, and the mayor in our doorway. Hold it a minute, stay right there. Don't you guys move. Hold it. Hold it. Hold still. I want to tell you something. Can I have your attention? We're not done. I'll let you know when we're done. I got something to say. 3 weeks ago, I was working late one night. I was working real late one night, and I couldn't sleep because I was excited about what we're doing. So I went over to Ocean Walk for the 12:45 movie. I came by here at 3 in the morning. There was a drunk passed out in the doorway, wrapped around a bottle of Mad Dog wine, empty. Tonight, our mayor is going to stand in the doorway with a bottle of champagne. That's what we're going to do in just 3 weeks. We're going to change this neighborhood. Thank you very much.
The other way, but it doesn't matter. I can tell you. No, it could be hung either way.
What's this I hear about champagne over here? Are you pouring it?
She just walked down. That's what down the street was.
Oh, those are wine and cheese.
Okay, thank you. David?
I won't ask you how to see that. Thank you there for making this happen.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Sue. This is a public-private partnership. Right. The future of our downtown.
That's the only way it will happen.
And our downtown may not be as bubbly as the champagne that's tonight. All right. I don't know. Can we have it?
For the present and future of Hollywood.
Absolutely. That is unreal. Like a porn Oh, wait, there you go.
We're towards the first class.
Ready? Dance, dance, exit, exit. We get you over here. We get you over here. This is really cool. Having a wonderful time. Yes.
And I hope I have a representative here. I think I have three, like Mimi and Wayne and Renee to come forward. Mayor, would you please present them? Suzanne?
I want to get him a drink.
Okay.
Can we get a drink of champagne for Dwayne Hanson?
Yeah, give it to Mimi. As you know, Mimi's on your commission, and we want to thank the Broward Art Guild for bringing us an exhibit in the park. And we want to thank all of the artists in the Broward Art Guild for contributing to the show. Thank you very much. All right, you can go back to drinking if you want. Don't forget, now, Mayor, you have been invited. Oh, I will. I'll give him a chance to say. You've been invited down to the Paul Stewart Gallery. They need somebody who knows how to cut a cake.
They have a Hollywood cake.
They have a beautiful Hollywood cake. And we invite everyone else to go down there, too, and come back and see us. They have it all set up. All right, let's have another toast. Salud. Salud. And I know my friend Dwayne would like to say a few words to the artist. And I'm so glad you came. Thank you.
Bravissimo, bravo!
This is so unexpected. You know, I waited 20 years for this, for the art community in Hollywood and Broward County to get its act together. And this looks like it's going to happen now. And you know, our country has been made great because of ideas. And of course, new ideas. If you want to be a famous artist or a rich banker or whatever, you have to come up with a new idea. But sometimes it's all right to rehash old ideas, like the Japanese. They take our ideas and then steal them and then make them better than ours. So look what they've done. But what I want to say, things are going on all over the country, trying to refurbish the old downtown areas. Lincoln Mall down in Miami Beach, for example, a lot of artists moving in there. So I think it's very appropriate that we do it here too. And I wish, my hat's off if I had my hat on. If I had a hat, I'd take it off to Stan and David here, who've done a wonderful job getting this motley crew all together. And you know, the developers have stolen our downtown areas and moved them, everything went out in the suburbs now. So our downtowns are sort of languishing. And this is one way, I think, to revitalize it and help out the culture, the artists and would-be artists and whatnot, and make the future great for Hollywood and Broward County. Broward County should really perk up and watch what's going on here. And I'd like to say that there was a man a while back who said he had a dream. And it involved everybody working together, even if they didn't like each other. And I think that's the only way to get things done, and I hope everybody will pull together, the city, the artists, the landlords won't jack up their rents too much, and make this a really viable place and a wonderful place for artists to come and work. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Dwayne Hanson and his wife, I don't know where she disappeared to, for coming, and Dwayne for your wonderful, wonderful comments. Thank you all. Continue to have a good time, and good night, and please come back, and we're going to all traipse over now to cut the cake over on Harrison Street. So I expect us to go by caravan and then come back, okay? So I'll see you at Harrison Street.
All right.
You can imagine how long it takes somebody to do that. No.